Hi, this is Amber from UVM Extension. We're gonna talk about pumping water uphill. So this is just a regular gas-powered pump. I would recommend either a solar pump or electric pump that you can plug in instead, but in this location, a gas pump was the only choice at this time. So this is just a 750-gallon storage tank above ground. And you can see that I have the water is open right now coming out. It goes into the pump. This is the pump here, and this is sized to push about 120 feet of head. So head is like what you're pushing up. If I was pumping out of a well, so something that was down below, that would be lift. So a pump has specifications that you can check for each pump about how far it can lift and how far it can push, you know, the head uphill. So the head is like what's uphill to push. So this pump is this pump right here is a gas powered pump that's set basically to push about 120 vertical feet above it. And I think right now I'm pumping about 105 feet. So it's pretty slow to get to the very top. The higher you have to pump, the fewer gallons per minute that you're gonna get at the top. This is just gonna be slower, so you just have to keep that in mind. One really important thing about this pump is that it has a check valve that I put in here. If I was pumping out of a hole, the check valve would need to be before the pump to make sure that the pump had water that was held on top of it so that you don't have to prime it every time. Here I have the check valve after the pump, so that I don't have to refill the line going up the hill every time I pump the water. So it's not like I'm pumping the water line full and then it's draining back in after I'm done pumping. So this saves a lot of gas and time. So right now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of gas in. I don't actually need to pump that much water today, but I would, here's my water line. I'm gonna actually just put this in. I just have a hose in this case. It's really important to keep a water tank really closed up so that you don't have squirrels and live animals falling in and dying and drowning and fouling your tank. This is also a basically like a solar proof tank. So black and green tanks are great because they keep algae from growing inside, unlike white tanks. Obviously, like they tend to get hotter, so you can plant bushes and trees around them to keep them basically from heating up. I'm just going to make sure my pump is on. And I'm going to put a little gas. Make sure to use a funnel so that you don't spill gas everywhere. So I know if I fill this gas tank, I can pump about 450 gallons of water. I'm going to choke my pump.